Lee Jae Wook is currently lighting up our screens in the historical drama Dear Hongrang, once again proving why he wears the crown when it comes to historical K-dramas. But behind his thriving career is a trail of heartbreak, online backlash, and a love story that fans are still dissecting to this day. Months after his breakup, Lee Jae Wook just broke his silence on his former relationship with aespa Karina, and the internet is not handling it well. But to understand why everyone's so upset, we need a little refresher. Lee Jae Wook is the leading man and breakout star of Alchemy of Souls, Extraordinary You, and now Dear Hongrang. He's known for staying out of controversy, focusing on his craft, and making us fall in love with him episode after episode. That is, until 2024. Dispatch, the infamous Korean outlet notorious for exposing celebrity romances, dropped a bombshell article. Lee Jae Wook was dating Karina from aespa. Yes, that Karina, big girl of K-pop, one of the most adored, photographed, and followed idols of the fourth generation. Fans were shook. The article didn't just name drop. It had pictures, reports, timelines, and soon after, both stars' agencies confirmed it. SM Entertainment released a statement saying, "The two are now at the stage of getting to know each other." Lee Jae Wook's agency, CJS Studio, backed it up, revealing that they had met at the Prada Men's Fall/Winter 2024 fashion show in Milan. Cute, right? Well, not for everyone. You see, Karina's fans, or rather, her more possessive fans, were not ready to share her. And the backlash came in fast and harsh. It didn't matter that the videos showed Jae Wook being a total gentleman in Milan. It didn't matter that they carved out time to see each other in Seoul, juggling brutal schedules. The fans weren't having it. Dispatch even captured photos of the couple having late-night meetups near his residence. Secret, sweet, and quiet. But nothing in K-pop ever stays quiet for long. And just 5 weeks after going public, it was over. On April 2nd, 2024, both agencies confirmed the breakup. The reason? Mental strain, the pressure, the guilt, the noise from fans who couldn't accept them. And Karina apologized. Let me read you every single word she wrote. "Hello, this is Karina. First, I apologize for surprising you greatly. And I wound up writing this late because I feel very cautious towards the Mize as past fans who must have been very surprised. I know very well how disappointed the Mize who have supported me up until now must be. And I also know that they are feeling upset while thinking back on the things we've said to one another. I feel even more sorry because I, too, understand those feelings all too well. I wound up writing this letter in the hopes of conveying my feelings even a little bit. Even though I'm worried that this letter may hurt Mize one more time. The reason I'm taking the risk and writing this is because I wanted to convey that I am sincerely sorry to the fans who gifted me with the warmest winter of my life from the moment I debuted. Starting now, I want to do a good job filling the places where Mize have been wounded. I have always been sincere towards Mize, and even now, each and every one of you is truly precious to me. Although this letter may be too short to express all of my feelings, thank you for reading it. In the future, I want to show you a more mature side without disappointing Mize as I work even harder in my activities. Mize, please make sure to eat well, and let's meet one another in good shape. I'm sorry and I'm very grateful. It is so heartbreaking that she had to apologize for doing something completely normal, which is wanting to love and be loved. But the breakup didn't just explode on Korean news sites. The global fandom had thoughts, especially on Reddit, where users didn't hold back. One Redditor summed it up perfectly, saying, "What K-pop is really good at is marketing a parasocial relationship between idol and fans, so the crazy people really expect them to stay single for a long time. They'd usually only announce it if they're married, or usually if they're caught by Dispatch this early the company hasn't paid them off. Hybe has a deal with Dispatch, so usually artists from there won't be exposed, but maybe by other gossip news sites. It's hard to hide. I heard car and app dates are the only way, but a lot of the times these sites, or even stalker fans, know where they live, so loudly crying face very tiring lifestyle." Another added more context about just how deep this rabbit hole goes. A lot of K-pop contracts actually include no dating clauses that cover some specific range of time from debut. The fans get really riled up if they date, particularly due to companies heavily selling the idols as ideal BF or GF to the fans. There was some guy who quit being a fan of aespa due to Karina dating. He had spent almost $13,000 on merch and CDs. Also, Chin of EXO announced his marriage and 2 kids, and part of the fandom demanded he leave the group for announcing. He was 27 or 28 at the time. And of course, no K-pop controversy is complete without a conspiracy theory. One user speculated, "I'm starting to have a conspiracy theory that when idols announce they've broken up so soon after their relationship was revealed, they haven't actually broken up. They just want to date privately/secretly again." But here's where it gets messy again. This user has an interesting theory, but it is just that a theory, not confirmed facts. And someone responded with a reality check that hit hard. I would hope that's true. But when you see how they got caught in the first place, even when they tried to be so precocious, they could get caught again anytime and get accused of lying. Not that any sane person would GAF, but crazy fans are a thing. They were not even papped together in the first place. She was just seen outside of his place getting in a car, and Dispatch had the whole story ready. I don't even know how dating secretly could be when being seen in someone's street is enough to confirm a relationship. It really sucks. In 2025, long after the breakup, Lee Jae Wook finally spoke about it. During an interview with about his current projects, including Dear Hongrang, he was asked whether the dating news with Karina had affected his acting while filming The Impossible Heir. And he responded, "It wasn't hard to get into/stay focused in character because of the relationship. But if I go into too much detail, it might get personal." That's it. That's what he said. He was cautious, reserved, respectful. But Karina's fans? They weren't having it. The backlash online? Immediate and brutal. Many accused Lee Jae Wook of name-dropping her for publicity, especially since she hasn't brought up the relationship once since their split. Others claimed he was exploiting the story just to generate buzz around his upcoming work. Let me read you some of the reactions posted on X, formerly Twitter. One user wrote, "Did her name not give him enough attention already? It's been more than a year now. And if this shows anything, it's that he didn't care about anything other than money and a good image. Just unprofessional and disgusting no matter how I look at this." Another posted, "Stop mentioning her name for F's sake and move on. Hope that work also flops." There were more. Many were far too hostile to even repeat here. The anger was overwhelming. But here's the thing. He wasn't even disrespectful. He didn't dive into the details. He didn't name names unnecessarily. And as anyone who's watched a K-drama press conference knows, it can be hard for celebrities to dodge personal questions about their private life. And now, Lee Jae Wook is preparing to enlist in the South Korean military. In his words, "I've reached the final deadline. I wasn't diligent enough to pursue graduate school or other options." He added, "Even if I enlist, I want people to be able to find a lot of my work and writings. So I plan to keep working as much as possible until the moment I leave." For those who don't know, South Korea mandates military service for all able-bodied men, usually between 18 to 21 months, depending on the branch. So this could be a long goodbye, but fans still love him. Many are waiting eagerly for his projects to release before he enlists. If you got thoughts about this matter, and I know you do, light up the comments. I read every single one. Thank you for listening. I will see you in the next video. Until next time.